Everybody, welcome back to another one of my budgeting videos. This is by far the happiest video that I make every month. It is the update to my line of credit debt payoff tracker for the year. If you've been around for a little while, you'll know that I have the larger sheet that's sort of like a year at a glance, and then I have a smaller one that I fill in with more detailed information. So I'll go over the larger one first, just for the at a glance information, in case you're not interested in all of the other data. And I really just compile it because I'm nosy and I'm curious about the numbers. I don't really know what most of them mean. So in July, my opening balance of the line of credit, $16,211.83. My closing balance is $15,714.74. The minimum monthly payment on my line of credit for July was $324.23. And my total paid off so far is $3,528.60. We're getting there. I know it's slow and it's a little bit painful, at least for me, but we're getting there and I'm so excited. So let's go into the more detailed information. In the very end of June, I had a third paycheck. June was like a magic month for me, so I had 3 paychecks instead of 2, but it came so late in the month that even though I made a payment in June onto the line of credit, it got counted in the world of banks onto my July statement. So I actually made 3 payments in July, in a way, because of when like things closed and processed. So I have a repeat of the opening balance, $16,211.83. On June 30th, a payment of $212.12 went through. On July 12th, a payment of the same amount, and then July 25th, a payment of the same amount. In case you're not aware, I figure out what I'm going to be paying per paycheck by looking at what the minimum monthly payment for the current month is, adding $100, dividing by 2, and paying that amount per paycheck within the month, so that in the month I definitely pay the minimum monthly payment plus an additional $100. If I ever have any extra money that I can throw at it, I do. I used to have little bits of extra money a bit more frequently earlier in the year. I never have them anymore, but the hope is always that I will, which is why I have this extra payment line right there. I actually have some of these that I made that have like payment 1, 2, and 3, but I couldn't find any, and I'm moving soon and my printer's already packed, so I couldn't print out another copy. So we're just going with this one. So then I have my end of month balance, which we've already gone over, the $15,714.74. The minimum monthly payment. I get charged 2 different types of interest on my line of credit. I want to be very clear though, the interest purchase, I don't make purchases on my line of credit. I am only paying off my line of credit. So this is, I think it's something to do with, because there's already like a balance on there, that's how that's calculated. I honestly don't have a clear understanding of how it's calculated. I just know it's a lot. So interest cash was $76.82. Interest purchase, $40.36. My disability premium was $22.39. Interest rate with a little arrow, 8.4%. And then my total paid off so far, $3,528.60. And I know I'm repeating that number, but I'm very proud of that number. So that is all the data that I track with my line of credit payoff tracker. This little one will go in my budgeting book at the end of my July pages. And then this one I actually keep out so I can just glance at it at any time. And usually every time I sit down to do the budget, because I have it out and in this space, I do glance at it. I find it very motivating because these 3 columns are every single month, they're all 3 going down, and the total paid off every month is going up, which is exactly what I want them to be doing. So it's just, I find it, like I said, it's very motivating. I thought by this time in the year, I'd be a little bit like over it. Do you know what I mean? I'd be sort of like, I don't want to be making these payments. This sucks. It's so like, I could be putting this money towards something fun. And I'm really not. I still very much am motivated to get this line of credit paid off. I think possibly I'm even more motivated to get it paid off because it's become harder to get it paid off. And I like challenges. I'm very competitive. I am moving, like I've already said. I know I keep repeating things. I'm very sorry, but I'm moving. My expenses are going to change. They are going to go up to some degree. It's not like completely figured out yet exactly by how much, but whatever it is, it's going to be painful. My wage is not going up. And I am not able to get a part-time job at this moment in time due to my concussion and just how many medical appointments I have during the week. Nobody would hire me. You know, if I went somewhere and interviewed, even if I was the best person interviewing ever that they'd ever seen, my limited availability and the fact that every week what days I could work would be changing based on what days I have physio appointments booked, I would be too much hassle. Nobody would want me. On top of that, I can't be in places that are like very brightly lit or very loud or very busy, and that is most establishments that are hiring. So, you know, if you have to be on a legitimate job, I can do from home, sort of like a gig work kind of a thing. So when I'm feeling well enough, I sign in and I work, but I'm not committed to specific hours. That would be great, because I keep looking for something like that and I just keep finding scams. So until I can get a part-time job and bring up my wages, my payments to my line of credit are not going to be able to change. I'm not going to be able to do any more than max 100 over the minimum monthly payment every single month. I'm a little worried I'm going to have to bring that lower once I'm in the new place, but I won't know for sure till I'm in the new place, so we'll see. We will find out. I do have a couple ideas for ways I might be able to make a bit of extra money once I'm in the new place, but they're not set in stone yet, so I can't be relying on them as a natural source of income. So for now, I'm just very excited. I have made it this far into the year with making nice solid payments every single month. Maybe not as big as I wanted, but they are perfectly respectable payments. And honestly, I think any payment towards a debt that is bringing your debt to a smaller balance is a great payment and something to be proud of, because I don't know about you, but clearly I don't have a lot of money. A lot of us are really hurting in our budgets right now. And any money that you can squeeze out to be able to put towards your debt, amazing. Because if you think about it, and like one of the things that keeps driving me forward with getting this paid off is that if I didn't have this to pay, then I would have like $300 and odd every month extra. And that would make a world of difference into my budget. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would still be a tight budget, but it wouldn't be as tight. So, you know, like, I made this debt. It's completely my fault. I will get myself out of it. But I am just very excited for the day that it's done. And then, like, my budget is just easier to do because I have extra money floating in it. So it's sort of one of like the driving forces behind it, I suppose. When I think about it, is I think about the big term picture of when it's done and I just don't have this bill every month, even though I am aware that is very far away. I think it's probably even like farther than a year away, but I don't know. I'm not trying to put a timeline on it. I'm just trying to get as far into paying off this debt this year as I can, and then I'll figure out 2026 when we're in 2026. So that is it for now. Thank you so very much for following along with my debt payoff journey and looking at the update for my line of credit. I am very excited with it and very proud of how far I've gotten so far in July, and the fact that I'm still very motivated to keep doing it and keep pushing. And you know, we'll see next month when I'm in the new place and I have the different bills and I'm sort of figuring it all out then, how it all pans out. We're just gonna have to figure it out as we go along. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really excited that it's been going well for this long. Because really, a little part of me thought I would crash and burn on it earlier in the year, and I haven't. And I mean, we're more than halfway through the year, so how can we not finish off strong, right? I hope if you are working towards paying off any kind of a debt, it's going really well for you. I hope it's going even better for you than it's going for me, honestly. Like, I hope it's going faster. I hope you're making bigger payments. I hope you have, you know, the end of the debt tunnel coming up for you really quickly, and you can practically see that light and you're doing so incredibly well. I will join you at that end point as soon as I am able. Thank you so very much for following me and for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I hope you are all having a really great day. Please stay safe out there, everybody. Bye.